Hi everyone, it's Hannah Ross. Welcome to my channel. So today, I'm sure you can tell that I'm smiling. It's because I wanted to do this video for so long. I love my minimalist jewelry collection, and this is probably one of the most sentimental yet extremely curated collections that I have. So before we dive into the special pieces themselves, I just want to chat a little bit about my theory behind jewelry and why I have selected the jewelry that I have. You're going to see a lot of both gold and silver. I like to pair my jewelry with my outfits. If I want to go a little more cool toned, I will go with silver. If I want to go a little more warm toned, I will go with gold. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to jewelry on a day-to-day basis. I have my daily go-tos that I wear all the time. I wear them to bed, I wear them when I'm awake, I wear them at the gym, and other than that, I have to be going on a special date, I have to be dressing up for an occasion, I have to be going to a wedding to put any other jewelry on. So as much as I love jewelry, I actually find that my lifestyle or my habits aren't conducive to having a big, giant jewelry collection. So with all that being said, let's get into my minimalist jewelry collection. Let's start off with the biggest, boldest pieces. My Michael Kors watches. These are the Jaren watches. They are the exact same watch, but just one is in silver and one is in gold. I don't like flashy watches in the sense that I don't like there to be rhinestones. I don't like them to look too opulent, but I am a tall woman and I'm a little bit bigger just because I'm taller. So I do like to have a pretty big face to the watch so that it looks proportionate on my wrist. A small detail that I found with these watches as well, the gold face is actually a lighter gold and the silver is a lighter silver. So I really appreciated that small touch because the gold is 100% gold and the silver is 100% silver. Next up, I have a tiny bundle of joy. This, other than my engagement ring and my wedding band, is my entire collection in this tiny little cloth. So let's get into it. I cannot wait to show you what's in here. I am going to start off with earrings. I have both a silver stud and a pair of gold studs. Now, these both mean the absolute world to me. The silver studs, these were a gift from one of my best friends in the entire world to ask me to be her bridesmaid. Not only was it completely unexpected and that moment was so special, but it also just reminds me of her wedding, which was truly one of the best days of my life. It was such a blast. And so I have really, really good fond memories when I look at these little silver earrings. They are from Pandora. I actually believe they're still available if I'm not mistaken. They have small little diamonds encrusted throughout the piece. And even though they're a little on the smaller side, they definitely are eye-catching. Now, the gold studs, I must have hit the friend lottery because these are from the same friend. She is such a sweetheart. She was gone for a really long time, traveling the world, and she picked these up overseas for me. They are so gorgeous and they look handcrafted. They're like a little oyster with a pearl inside, and I love the detail on these earrings. They too make me smile so much. Just thinking that my friend thought of me while she was traveling, it really is special. And every time I wear these, I think of her. And then the third pair of earrings that I own are my everyday earrings. They are the ones I am wearing right now. They are just really small oval diamonds. I wanted them to match my wedding ring. And I find these small little diamonds can go with gold or silver. It was actually really difficult to find small oval diamond earrings. That is because the oval shape is very difficult to cut. So the smaller it gets, the more difficult it gets to cut that oval shape. But I knew I wanted something small enough to wear day to day and small enough to sleep in. So I finally randomly stumbled upon these oval earrings, I believe at Hudson's Bay. For any of you Canadians out there, you know what I'm talking about. So those are the earrings that I have in every day. I do like to wear jewelry every day. It just adds a little something, a little sparkle to your day. Next up is my ring collection. Rings are definitely my favorite jewelry piece. I have the most rings out of anything in my collection. I have a total of 6, and I can't wait to show you how I mix and match them. First up, we just have a small, thin, plain gold band and a small, thin, plain silver band. These are really high quality. It's real gold and real sterling silver. I purchased these from a jeweler, and these rings fit on my middle finger. Not only do they look beautiful individually, but they also look gorgeous stacked. I really love these rings, and I can definitely tell the quality. And same goes for my next set of rings. I have 2 Pandora rings. They're also really small stackable rings. One is in gold and it has diamonds along the band, and the other is in silver and it too has diamonds along the band. And again, these ones look great on their own, but they're also beautiful stacked. I am not afraid of mixing metals. I actually love that look, and I have saved the best rings for last. I am talking about my engagement ring and my wedding band. So of course I love these. Every time I look down, I smile. I am reminded of the best day of my life. And like anyone's engagement ring and wedding band, there's just so much meaning and power behind these pieces. Now, a little story time. My husband is a very smart man, and he asked me to marry him, but knew me well enough to know I would want to pick my own ring. Clearly he got me. Clearly he knows me well enough to know that I would want to pick my own ring. So that night we sat down together, we scoured the internet, and we found the perfect ring. We went with James Allen. I also chose the oval shape for a specific reason. I have pretty long fingers and usually long fingernails, and I really wanted a cut that was going to suit my hands and continue with that elongation. And I also wanted a little bit bigger of a diamond because, like I mentioned previously, I have slightly larger hands, and I wanted to ensure that the diamond was proportionate to the size of my hand. I wanted the ring to stand out, but I didn't want it to look costumey. So we went with a ring that was above a carat. I think it was about 1.2 carats, and that seemed to be the perfect size for my hand. I was pretty sure I wanted to go with a lab-grown diamond. That was just a personal preference, and that was something that my husband was really on board for as well. And we went for the best cut and clarity within our budget. I also really wanted the diamonds to go all the way around the band. I wanted it to feel super special and luxurious and sparkly. So even though I have a platinum band, that's just the strongest, so we went with platinum, I really wanted that pave, so those small diamonds, to ensure that I could match it with both silver and gold. So I'm going to show you my go-to ring look if I'm wearing silver. I take this band on my middle finger, the Pandora ring on my ring finger on the other side, and there we go. That's it. I feel like I've kind of balanced out the bling. There's a bit of a stronger piece on my left hand, but I have 2 individual pieces on my right hand, so I feel like that's a really nice look. And then if I'm going for gold, I do something a little different. So I take my first ring and I pop that on my middle finger on my right hand, and I actually take my wedding band and pop it on my other ring finger, and then I put the gold Pandora on top of my engagement ring, and that way there's a little bit of gold on each side. Again, I feel like it balances the look out a little bit, and you get that snapshot of gold on each hand. But again, on most days, I'm not doing the gold look. I'm not necessarily doing a silver look. I am just wearing these 2 rings. my earrings, and the final special guest, the final item that I have in my collection, which you may have noticed or may not have thus far, is my super tiny, almost microscopic nose stud. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's a really, really tiny diamond stud. I have been wearing it for years. It is the only nose stud I have. I keep it in 24/7, 365, and does it ever have symbolism? Long story short, I was in a job that I couldn't have nose piercings, and at the end of that job, I decided to get this nose piercing. I knew I needed to leave that career behind, but it was just such a difficult decision. So it's like my little badge of bravery, my little courageous nose ring. So it symbolizes kind of the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. And then finally, to go along with my little nose ring is just the tool that I use to put it back in. Not that I ever take it out, but just in case, I keep this small tool on hand to ensure I can put it back in whenever I need to. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. So I hope you enjoyed this extremely curated minimalist jewelry collection and all the sentimental mushy gushy stuff. This was definitely such a fun one for me to film, and I hope you guys liked it too. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you like me, if you like my content in general, consider subscribing. Thank you so, so much for sharing just even a little part of your day with me today, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Okay, bye for now.